Starting five, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. And it's Howard in at the 5. In the offseason, Chris, front offices have a theory about how a team will do.
Here we go.
So when you play in the preseason, does that give you a good view of what's to come?
If your team's been together a while, no. You guys know each other, you know the feel, and it's more of a rehearsal of how to be in shape, not to get hurt, and to build and to just to keep that chemistry bonding. Whereas if you're on a young team, yeah, it does tell you a lot. It tells you who you can trust. It tells you who wants to take the big shots. It tells you who's going to put their head down in a blowout. So, yeah, for younger teams, the preseason means a lot more because you're really finding out your way as you go. But for the veteran teams, it's more of just get your rhythm, get a warm-up, and let's get to the real deal.
Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics, opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
He's off on the first. And a new team for Kyrie Irving. Last season, he told Celtics fans, "I'll be back if you'll just have me." But as the season wore on, it became, "Ask me in July."
Yeah, well, he's hungered for a leadership role for a long time. The Celtics with such depth of talent. Now, on this roster, perhaps a clearer pecking order.
And he's good on the second.
Well, the former #1 overall pick, tremendous success early in his career. Irving continues to find ways to improve.
Fires the 3. Rondo gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Irving passes to Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. Leans from outside. No good off the back of the rim.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
LeBron.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
Passes to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Look at that. No hesitation at all from Irving. He's looking to score as soon as he touches the rock.
Rondo with it. Pass to Howard. Trying to get open is Davis. No good from Howard.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Irving finds LeVert. He doesn't hit that one. James with some nice D. Now the pass to Howard. Over Harris. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Caldwell Pope.
They've come out with guns ablazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. LeVert the pass to Irving. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And James throws it down hard.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. From 12 feet out. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
LeVert kicks to Irving. Prince outside. Irving passes to Prince. And here is Jordan. He's covered by Rondo. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
James against Harris. Another shot. Howard misses.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Rondo against Irving. Now here's LeVert. Defense is right there. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope finds Davis, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Jordan inside, working on Howard.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season, remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
The Nets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And he makes the first. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, why was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Howard. Puts it up. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. The baseline J. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
LeBron is doubled. Outside, Davis. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Harris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks to Dinwiddie. The three. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Looking at some numbers for Rajon Rondo. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 9 points a game last year. 8 assists and 5 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. He's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Pass to Howard. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Green comes in for LeBron. Bradley's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. The Nets also changing it up. Allen's checked in for Prince. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Here's Bradley. The rebound by the Nets. Lobs it up for Jordan. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Now here's Bradley. He's covered closely and no good that time. Dinwiddie wide open, and again it's the Nets missing. Lakers leading by 14. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. And it's their first look at this year's Nets team in preseason form.
And it's just the preseason, but going against a team that pushed them around last year, they want to show they're a year wiser and are ready to hold their own.
That's tipped. Greg, when you evaluate Avery Brandon, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Bradley. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Kurucs passes to Dinwiddie. Wabach kicks to Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kurucs was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year one, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Karis LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Kurucs can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
That one is off. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Now here is McGee. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 2 on the clock. Howard uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Lakers lead by 16.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Musa passes to Dinwiddie. From 12 feet out. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Green dishes to Howard. There's the pass to Caruso. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
To the paint. Here's Mwaba. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 5th on the list, JaVale McGee.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
First one falls for him. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. And the Nets making a change here as well. Vincent's checked in. So he gets them both. And here is Los Angeles now. A 12-point game. McGee, the pass to LeBron. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Pass to Pinson. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Musa. Beyond the arc. That shot off. Bradley with some nice D. LeBron with the bucket. James has got 10 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
The Nets have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Bradley, some last season stats for him. Averaged 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
So it's the Lakers now. They lead by 14. LeBron kicks to Green. Pass to Caruso. Outside Bradley. There's the triple. Rebounded by Pinson.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Dinwiddie outside. Allen surveying the D. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pinson. McGee with the block.
When we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
LeVert's checked in for the Nets. Outside Bradley. He kicks it to McGee. And there's the pass to Caruso. Outside Bradley. Pass to Caruso. 6 to shoot. With the shot. Bradley can't get it to go.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Now LeVert. No points in the game yet for him. This one for 3. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Thanks for being with us as we get going here once again. A preview of the upcoming NBA season ahead. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
And no question, it's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got LeVert and it's Allen in at the 5 spot. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Back to LeBron. Three-pointer. That shot misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Musa, guarded by Bradley, and stolen by James. Bradley passes to James. It's stolen, and they're pushing it up. Here's Musa. And the lead is down inside single digits. Musa's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's LeBron, and it's sent back by Allen. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Three-pointer, LeVert. Rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Caruso. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to McGee. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Brooklyn with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Bradley. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Alex Caruso. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime.
crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Outside Jordan. Irving against Rondo. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is kept back down to 8 points. They needed that one from Kyrie Irving. Right wing. Rondo dishes to James. Goes back up. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Irving double team. Here's Jordan. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. Free throw good, Jordan. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Prince against Rondo. He feeds it to Davis. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Davis. Pass to Temple. Kicks to Jordan. James against Harris. Here's Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
He misses the free throw. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. He hits the second from the line. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. James looking it over. The pass to Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Nets trail by 10. Here's Temple. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Rondo. James wide open. The shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Prince outside. He dishes it to Temple. Pass to Irving. He kicks it to Jordan. 5 to shoot. For 3, Harris. And again, it's the Nets missing. Lakers leading by 10. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he banks in the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 4 this quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Out to the right wing. Here's Temple. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Rondo, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Nets trail by 14.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Irving. It's stolen by Rondo. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Temple, the pass to Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 9.
Such a smooth operator. I mean, Irving knows he has the green light to let it fly from deep.
Rondo looking around. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Caldwell Pope. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic. How about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Danny Green, he's checked in for James, and he makes both free throws. Los Angeles leading by 11. And there's the feed to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
You allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Outside for Jordan. And they double up Jordan.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
That free throw missing. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here's Rondo. 7 points in the game. Pass to Howard. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Howard's got 13 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And it's Prince penetrating. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Rondo is doubled. Outside, Green. No good on the shot. Good D by Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan, easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
To the middle, here's Caldwell Pope, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Nets trail by 14. Here's Temple. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. The pass to Karuch. 5 on the clock. From 10 feet out. Here's Jordan. It's stolen by Green. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Rondo against Dinwiddie. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. Nets trail by 17. Here's Temple. Dinwiddie with it. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Howard.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Down low. And it's Howard finishing it off.
You got to appreciate the scoring ability of Howard. A hulk of a player who knows how to get into a comfort zone.
Nets have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Dinwiddie against Rondo. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside Rondo. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's number 2 on him already. A 3rd foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Jared Allen comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Musa in for Garrett Temple. There's the double team with Allen. Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Here's Caruso. Dinwiddie covering. And it's Davis at the elbow. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 21. Pass to Musa. Back to Dinwiddie. Feeds it to Allen. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work. It doesn't have to break stride at all, thanks to the money lead pass.
The Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. Passes to Karuch. Here's Musa, guarded by Green. Here's Musa. He's got 5.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Dinwiddie finds Allen to the inside and stolen by Howard. Caruso, the pass to Davis. Pass to Caruso. Back to Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside
Shooting
LeBron.
2.
That free throw, no good. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Bradley's subbed in for Caldwell Pope. The Nets also changing it up. Vincent's checked in. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Good on the second free throw. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. LeVert up top. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. Yeah, he's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Caruso kicks to McGee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At this point of his career, McGee knows who he is, a hustler, an energy guy who uses his athleticism to his advantage.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
Now, here's LeVert. And the pass to Musa. The three. Here's Karuch. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Lakers ahead, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to this preseason edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny the Jet. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Preseason in the NBA, and it's great to have you with us. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rondo and Caldwell-Pope in the backcourt. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Caldwell-Pope on the wing. LeVert defending. Harris against LeBron. Howard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Howard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Lakers. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Irving kicks to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Poke loose. Prince, that's for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. James against Harris. And growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his idol, LeBron having success in the movies as well.
No one better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue to entertain.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, last season, LeBron James dealt with injuries. I mean, he ended up playing just 55 games. That's the fewest in his career. He's hoping he stays healthy this go-round.
Good on both.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
Pass to LeVert. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. LeVert's got 5. And throughout his career, Chris, no doubt here, LeBron known for his durability.
Well, just 2 seasons ago, he played all 82 games with a deep playoff run. Now he's in his mid-30s. Age does come into question. Father Time is undefeated, but he'd love to stay on top as long as possible.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Here's Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's just an athletic, strong big man. It's hard to guard Howard, given how powerful he is.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
And he can't get the first one.
I love watching Howard still doing his thing out there. A nightly double-double threat.
He hits the second from the line. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Passes it to Prince. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Davis. And a four-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
And that one falls for Prince. He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers leading by 21. Pass to LeBron. From 18 feet away. Here's Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
The Lakers have gone 9 of 13 from the line. First one drops.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
And both free throws good from Rondo. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Kicks it to Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Taking a look at some stats for Irving. Great showing for him last season. Last year averaging 24 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Davis with the bucket.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. To take a look at Harris, he's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Danny Green. He shows up in that same conversation. He's another player that shoots it extremely well from outside.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of course. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
They get a hand on it. Brooklyn with the ball. Prince the pass to LeVert. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
The drive by James. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Prince misses. Los Angeles leading by 21. Launches a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. LeVert finds Irving. He drains the quick shot. Irving's got 11.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Outside Rondo. The pass to Howard. Davis dishes to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. 16 points for him.
Gotta admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Harris outside. Inside. Here's Jordan. And it's sent back by Howard. Outside Rondo. Here's the teardrop. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And that one misses. Avery Brandon, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. And he's good on the second. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Harris. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Rondo passes to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Irving dishes to Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Jared Allen. Good season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Timeout called the Nets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. The Nets also changing it up. Vincent's checked in. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dinwiddie. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Lakers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. And the 6'6" point guard Spencer Dinwiddie, 2nd-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
First free throw is good. Rodions Kurucs. He's checked in for Prince. And both free throws good for LeBron.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And Temple kicks to Dinwiddie. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Dinwiddie's got 6. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Pinson. Clock at 6. Back to Dinwiddie. Caruso grabs the miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And you have to do a ton to distract Caldwell Pope. Just razor-sharp concentration when he's going up with the shot.
Allen outside. Back to Temple. The Nets working the ball around now. But they get it back. Kurucs. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Bradley on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Energy is rarely a question when it comes to Bradley. He's consistently knocking on the defense's door.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on the free throw.
I mean, and that 6'3" Bradley is a plus defender thanks to his quickness and tenacity.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Caldwell Pope. And the Nets making a change here as well. Waba's checked in. Good on the 2nd free throw. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Pinson. Shoots over Dudley. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. There's the pass to Pinson. Here's Kurucs, guarded by Green. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Nwaba. Here's Pinson, guarded by Green. Pinson, no good. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Passes it to Caruso. Dinwiddie outside. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Caruso, the pass to Bradley. Pass to Caruso. He kicks to Green. The tray. Rebound, Brooklyn. Knocks it loose. One-on-one fast break. And here's Bradley from three. And the three ball is good. Bradley's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Dinwiddie passes to Pinson. McGee with the block. Here's Caruso. That one drops for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Dinwiddie passes to Pinson. A floater, and Dinwiddie lays it in. He's got 11.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Caruso looking for an opening. 1:43 left here in the third quarter. Here's McGee. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the pass to Pinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both shots good from the stripe. And here is Los Angeles now. 1:24 left in the third quarter. And David Nwaba picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. Cook, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Both free throws good from Dudley. 1:20 left to play here in the third. Now Dinwiddie. He's got 11. Pass to Musa. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Musa's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Here is Cook. High arcing shot, and he's able to get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Horton Tucker. And the Lakers with another miss. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Passes to Pinson. The shot comes out.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Cook. And yes, it's good. Here's Dinwiddie. Out left to the wing. Here's Musa. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. He's got 9.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Thanks again for tuning in as we get going once again with our coverage of the NBA preseason. Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Nwaba in at the power forwards position.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Oh, yeah, difficult finish, but if you expected him to back down, you better think again.
Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever. I've never had a better feeling before a game. Eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Kicks it to Daniels. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract. And those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time. But the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Over in the corner, Dudley. There's the 3. LeVert grabs the miss.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Here's Nwaba. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here is Cook. He's covered by Irving. From outside the arc. And again, the Lakers no good. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. LeVert up top. He's guarded by Dudley and stolen by Howard. And here comes the break. This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Karis LeVert. And the second free throw, good. It's the Nets now. Here's Musa. Here's Temple. Bangs home the trifecta.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Pass to Howard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now, look, once Howard establishes himself inside, it's a problem, which is why the defense chooses to foul him.
And the first one drops. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
6 on the shot clock. Davis looking for an opening. Buries it from three-point range. Davis has got 20 points.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Outside Irving. Now here is Harris. He's covered by Daniels. It's stolen by Davis. To the inside. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
A beautiful reverse layup. Davis has got 9 points here in the second half.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And Davis pulls it down. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Daniels. The Nets shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Irving kicks to Harris. Lets a floater go. Good on the shot. Here is Cook. The pass to Horton Tucker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
No good on that one. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Here's Irving. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Oh, I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speedy guard.
LeBron outside. Jump shot is good. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
3-pointer, Daniels. No good, shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Harris outside. Prince is checked in for the Nets. Irving double team. Passed in Waba. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
And that one is good. That's 28 points for Anthony Davis.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Here's Claxton. Prince outside. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
You know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But again, how do you stop it? I mean, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, You know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working with integrity.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's LeBron. No good, unable to end this run. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 24.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Daniels. Now here is Davis. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Timeout.
26 points for him.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
And the Lakers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Lakers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Lakers working the ball around now. Howard, that's good.
Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to LeVert. For the three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
And it's looking like he got his long-range touchback after the break. I mean, that's his second 3 of the half after none in the first.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Harris outside. Lobs it up for Jordan, and stolen by Howard. Irving against Caldwell Pope. Down low. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And that's Howard's comfort zone. In close, get a bucket.
Irving passes to Harris. Outside Jordan. Now the pass to LeVert. And here is Harris. Outside Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. .152 left in the fourth quarter of this one. James against Prince. The drive by LeBron.
When you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Dinwiddie right side. Pass to Claxton. Here's LeVert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Howard.
He had a nose for the basketball tonight, playing some disruptive D and picking pockets left and right.
And again, LeBron James.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Claxton the pass to LeVert. Here's Nwaba. Dinwiddie left side. 4 on the clock. Over Cook. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Daniels. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. 19 seconds left in the game. Dinwiddie outside. Prince outside. Shoots over McGee. Prince misses. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with your team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. That'll do it for this NBA preseason game. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.